It's your boy Paulie C, the test dummy. Thought you'd like that. I've run into so much stuff during my career. I'm doing the crazy test for you guys, so be sure and stay tuned. I recently got toxoplasmosis. Look at my last video. Probably from the beater bar on my vacuum kicking up some cat poo that had been there long enough to have parasites in it. Anyway, in today's episode, I'm just getting back started. I'm still recovering, but I'm going to be doing the fringes first on this small carpet. And you could do this at home. You just need some isopropyl alcohol, 70%, not too harsh, and a little bit of dish soap. This is Dawn dish soap. A couple squirts in the bucket, along with about half a bottle of the alcohol to about almost a gallon, maybe half a gallon. But look at those fringes. Now, I will be doing both sides of the fringes. So when you first see it cleaned, it's a long process. You'll still see some of the darker colors from underneath. I'll be doing the other side of the rug and then flipping it over and doing the exact same process. But like I said, easy to do at home. Why do I use the isopropyl alcohol? Unlike some of the other do-it-yourself videos you see, this is close to the kitchen, and so a lot of this is not just your typical dirt. There's a lot of oils from cooking grease and stuff like that. You could see you got to be really careful. This is an expensive hand-woven rug, but the fringes are cotton. It's called a loom when they weave these. But anyway, the little knuckles or the knots are the hardest to get clean. I've seen guys attack these the wrong way and actually end up destroying the fringes, and the clients have to cut the fringe off or tape it under. So this is the Rug Renovator. It's just a dual-sided scrubbing brush. I also use it for grooming. You could see on this side, it will say delicate, which is the light blue side. The other side is aggressive. So always use a delicate side on fringes. You can use a horsehair brush you can get for a couple bucks at Home Depot. You don't necessarily have to do this with the same brushes, but you'll get the concept. And then you can clean it any way you like to clean it. I'll be using my swirly 175 floor machine. I did pre-vacuum the carpet and the fringes. You have to be very careful. I vacuumed the fringes with a different vacuum that does not have a roller bar on it, just so that you don't pull up or fray some of these cotton strands or fibers. So we'll get it all kind of brushed forward. And I'll show you the simple way to do this. Again, half a bottle of isopropyl alcohol in the bucket, a couple squirts of Dawn dish soap. I don't know, maybe a full tablespoon would be okay. We will be neutralizing that. I'll show you how at the end. And on fringes, dwell time is going to be your friend. By dwell time, I mean you're going to put the solution on. This is a dishwashing brush. I have this in my van, strictly for fringes. And it's not too aggressive. I did kind of take and rub the brush first on concrete and water to kind of break down that scouring pad so it's not that aggressive. But I like it because it allows you to tamp, which is push that sponge down and tamp it, and then get it in there and really work it. This is a wool carpet. Now, so I'm not going to be getting too much of the solution on the carpet itself. But you do want to get it deep enough where the groove is. That's kind of where the dirt settles in. While I'm doing this, I will explain I am getting back to work. I had some intravenous treatments as well as steroid treatments and lots of antibiotics, And it can be dangerous. Be careful, especially in what I would call a biohazard. The job that I contracted this in was just ridiculously covered with cat feces and poop and urine. And what the CDC says is after 5 days, if you're supposed to change your cat litter frequently, but the cat poop on the rug as well, after 5 days, the cat poop will develop parasites. And I did pre-treat. I was trying to do these people a favor because they have a new baby coming in, and I thought, wow, this will be terrible. This could kill the kid. So I mixed up my kaput ClO2, chlorine dioxide, very heavy, and I pre-sprayed everything. So that would have killed about 99.9% of everything, even the parasites. And I had explained that to my doctor. We'll put a little foam on there. We're going to let it dwell for a minute as well to help loosen up that soil. But anyway, we come to the conclusion that before I disinfected it with the ClO2, I actually used my Hoover Hush Tone commercial vacuum. Now it is double HEPA filtered with the HEPA filter bag, but that doesn't prevent hard debris from getting kicked up and swirled around underneath where the beater bar is. And you want to have the beater bar, you want to be on a low setting to dig up as much stuff as you can. So apparently some of that went airborne, and I either breathed it in my lungs or got it on my hands, touched my face. Needless to say, be very careful. All right. So we got the foam on there. We're going to let it dwell for a minute. I'll come back, use my brush again. Again, any little brush that is soft, a soft bristle brush. You see I'm using the delicate side here. And I'll brush it in, clean it. It's probably going to take me 3 or 4 applications, and then when you flip it over and clean the other side, it just looks amazing. So bear with me. I will say the crash dummy guy in the beginning, Polly C, your test dummy just goes beautiful. I've done everything you can imagine. I once bought ClO2, chlorine dioxide, from Home Depot. In a pinch, I was out of my odor death. Back at the time, I was using odor death. Now I use kaput. But the odor death was out, and I thought, man, I really need ClO2. We had a cat urine infection, or cat urine infestation, I should say. And so I found this stuff called, I think it was called BioShock or something, but a little green powder, you mix it up in a bucket. So I did that, put it in my sprayer, and I failed to realize that that particular ClO2 was one that gases off when it hits liquid. So there was a lot of gas being released. I left the bucket full downstairs, and I was upstairs working. By the time all that fumes and gas had risen, I was so dizzy, I went downstairs and noticed that that thing was gassing off, and it was crazy. It was making me dizzy. I actually fainted, if some of you guys remember that video. Quite embarrassing. Good thing the customer was there. I did faint. They got me back too. I did have to go to the hospital, and that was the end of that Home Depot chlorine dioxide. Especially if you're going to be working in the home. I think that stuff was meant for putting in a cup, leaving it in your automobile, shutting all the doors and let it gas off for a few hours and then air it out. Here you can see we're going to do a gentle cross section. Starting to clean up very nicely. Again, the dwell time's going to help. I do have a towel down underneath. You can see a lot of the soil going into the white towel. You see how gray that is? And then we'll be rinsing when I'm done cleaning. This is a lengthy process, so you do want to charge accordingly. You're getting on your hands and knees, and you're using time as your friend. Your fringes could be done with any type of cleaner. I could have used my professional cleaning solutions like either Simple End Cap Even awesome end cap if you're careful on the edges. A little bit of Go Oxy probably wouldn't have hurt, but I've done this in the past and I thought, well, why not share? For some of you people at home, this isn't one of my favorite jobs to do, so I'll use this video, and when customers ask me to do this in their home, I'll just clean both sides of the carpet and send them a copy of the video and show them basically how to clean the fringes. Unless they want me to clean it, then it's going to be costly, but it'll be worth it. You can see we are not done. And imagine a larger, 10 by 12, 10 by 14, whatever, a big carpet with a lot more fringe on it. And sometimes, people just walk over these and they're not as kind of straight as these are. They're kind of twisted and knotted and broken and tied off in different areas. Makes the work even more hard. I have gone in homes where people have actually taken straight bleach and bleached out the tassels or the fringes. Here I am kind of cross scrubbing. We're trying to get those knots. Remember, you're still going to see, some of the dirt that's on the backside of the strings until I clean the backside. But for time's sake, I'm just going to give you a full idea. Hopefully this helps somebody out. But like I said, don't use bleach. Bleach and cotton don't mix. It makes the cotton brittle. And it might look clean for a week, but the fibers have been compromised and they begin to break off, crack, and fray. And then the only alternative will be cut it down, tape it back under and hide it, or take it to a professional rug repair company that works with these Persian rugs, and they can retassel it or put the fringes back on. You can see we're already making progress. You can see a lot of the dirt back in the towel. Again, I'll be going over this an additional few more times. I'll do the other side to my right, and then I'll be flipping it over, repeating the process. So you're looking at, probably a good hour to do just the fringes, and then we'll get in there with the 175. Oh yeah. Washington Pro carpet cleaning. I'll be cleaning the front and the back side of this carpet. I'll be using the simple end cap at probably 4 ounces to a gallon. And I'll just shower feed it through the tank on my machine. Scrub it out real good with one side of the Ironman pad. Then I'll flip the Ironman pad over to a clean side, and I will extract everything out. So your final step, I'm not actually done cleaning yet. As you can see, I still have my solution mixed up. I'll be working on that. But the pH is a little bit high with using a little bit of dish soap, so we're going to neutralize it with a friendly, all-natural white distilled vinegar. This is a product from Heinz, available, I think I got at Walmart. This is a 6%, so it's a little bit higher acidity. The difference between 5 and 6 is not just a simple 1%. I think it goes up like 1% equals maybe 30%. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I got a small spray bottle. All this stuff is from Walmart. Yep. Even the isopropyl alcohol. The bucket's from Amazon. It's collapsible. The spray bottle's like $1 at Walmart. So you can do this at home. Watch my videos. Learn from my mistakes. I am recovering. I'll be working a little bit slow over the next few weeks until I'm fully recovered. You could probably tell from my voice. I will be wearing gloves. I ordered a bunch of medical grade gloves, and especially in the biohazard situations. I'll be using those gloves, and I'll also be using the CO2 in every cleaning just to help disinfect things. So thank you for watching. I hope this helped somebody. Please give it a thumbs up if it did.